Okay, I am back for art, and we have a really simple art to do today, and I think that we are still on, I know we're still on balance, but I think what they're trying to teach is symmetry, because if you look at the ladybug, it has symmetry on both sides of the shell, but I guess depending on what part of the paper you put it on, you could make asymmetrical if you put the ladybug down here and leaves up here. And so the ducky is going to probably be symmetrical too, maybe asymmetrical depending on where you put it on your paper. But this is made from a book that she didn't write, but she had, the Deep Space Sparkle lady had this cute book. It was called Dancing Feet. And if you can see, the elephant looks like he's got stripes on him and the grass has stripes. What does that remind you of? It looks a lot like painted paper. So her suggestion this week is that we make some painted paper. Now I know you don't have this paint scrapers at home, but I came up with some really neat ideas. So I'm going to take some yellow. So you need to decide, are you going to make a duck or are you going to make a ladybug? If you're going to make a ladybug, you're going to need red, but not for this technique. This technique is for duck only. So take a napkin and crush it up into a ball. We'll wad it up. There's lots of crinkles. And then put your paint on here. And then start dabbing. And you're going to have a lot of paint on there, so you've got a lot to dab. So just start dabbing. And I'm going to show you what my board looks like in just a minute. Just dab. And this is a scratch piece of paper, so it's got some other paint droplets on it. Alright, now look. So you're just going to dab. And if you end up with a puddle, just pick it back up and take it out further out. Okay, so you're just going to keep dabbing. Now you don't want the whole paper to be covered. You want to see some of the white that's underneath, and you want to let it show through. So I'm going to wad it up and dab. Okay, so this is going to be for the duck. Little ducky. Okay, so that is one technique. Now I did this whole paper this way. And so that's going to look like feathers. Now the other thing you can do that is really neat, if you're going to do the ladybug, you're going to need some red. Oh, this red is all gone. Let me get another red. Alright, so you're going to take your red and you're going to take your paintbrush. And you need a big paintbrush because you're going to need a lot of paint on the paper. So you're just going to get about that much. Ooh, I dripped. And you're just going to cover the paper. So you can see I've kind of got some puddles here, so I'm just going to spread them out. Now I'm just doing a portion of a paper, but you're going to need a whole page of yellow for a duck, or a whole page of yellow for a ladybug, or maybe a half page, just depending on how big the page is. So I'm going to get it all smoothed out, but it's very dark red. It's very covered. Okay, so the red, you want it to be completely covered. No white showing through. Okay, and then what you can do for a scraper is you can use a fork. It's pretty neat. You can do straight lines, or you can do curvy lines, or you can do a fan. Oops. See all those neat designs? All right. I'm gonna finish out my designs. All right, so I've got all designs on there. And the fork works great. So just clean off your fork. Now you need to let it dry. Okay, so you're going to need to know if you're going to do a duck or are you going to do a ladybug. So the ladybug will need red, and the duck, you will need some orange for the duck. And I did a swirly on that. And it's dry because we'll need his beak and his feet. Now this is the red I did for my ladybug. It's all dry because I wanted some to be dry so I could show y'all how to make it. So what you do is you just get 2 circles. You could use 2 refrigerator bowls, or you could use a cup and something smaller, but you need one big and one small. Leon, you tend to do really small work, so think big. So get a bigger bowl and a smaller bowl. So I laid it on the back of my paper and I traced around the bowl and I cut it out. And then I laid this one on the back of the paper so I wouldn't have any pencil lines showing. And I traced it and I cut it out. I'm going to show you how to do that with the duck because I haven't cut the duck one out yet. So this needs to be set aside to dry. And you need a green because we're going to do a green heel. So on my green I did cross hatching. Cross hatching is crisscross. Diagonal lines this way and this way. Okay, so and this is all dry too. So you need green and yellow and orange for a duck, or you need green and red for a ladybug. Alright, so here's my yellow. So I'm going to lay it down on this side. I'm going to attach it with my clip. Okay, so I've got it on the white side. The yellow is under because I don't want any pencil lines on it. And I'm going to take my bowl and I'm going to draw a circle. And I'm just going to trace that circle around the outside of the bowl. Okay, so hold with one hand, trace with the other. There's my big circle. And I'm going to do my little circle with my little bowl. I've got room right there under it. Alright, and there's my little circle. So I'm going to cut them out. So if you need to paint and then do your fork marking or your splatter, then you do that and pause this video and come back to this video when you have that dry. Okay, and then you can follow the rest of the directions. So I'm going to cut this out. One big circle and one small circle. I'm just going to go around it. So for the duck or the ladybug, you need one big circle and one small circle. Okay, so that's a big circle. I'm going to cut out my small circle. Just go around. Alright. And I'm not going to throw any of my scraps away yet. I'm just going to cut them off because I think I can use them maybe on the white side because I will need some eyes. And I think those will work fine for eyes. So I have a nice piece of painted paper left. Alright, now I sent home a blue sheet with everyone. This is your background for the ladybug or the duckling. So now I want you to take your green that you've painted and we are going to, it is almost the same size as this sheet. It's a little bit bigger, but I am going to lay it on top of here and I'm going to kind of draw a heel. So I'm going to get my pencil and I'm going to turn it over on the back again. I want to draw on the white side so I don't end up with any leftover, any pencil marks on there. So I'm going to get the green even on the bottom and the one side, and I'm just going to draw a heel. I'm going to show you this. See my heel? Now this is kind of a silly picture, so everything is kind of a little bit cartoonish. You don't have to make it look realistic because it's not supposed to. It's supposed to be like the elephant in the picture. He's kind of silly looking, kind of like a cartoon. So I'm going to cut out my heel. Alright, and I'm going to do the duck on video, and I probably will make the ladybug off a video and show it to you later. But I'm going to make the duck on video. Alright, so here I have my green heel, and I am going to glue it down to my paper. And if I have a little bit sticking off, that's okay. I can trim it up later. See how cute? Alright, now I'm going to put glue on the back. Well, if I can get the glue to come out. You can use your stick glue for this, But this is kind of thick paper. You might want to use this white Elmer's glue if you have some. Alright, so you know the edges on this paper want to curl up, so you've got to get your edges good and wet so they will lay down. But if you're using Elmer's glue, don't get too blobby. You don't want it squishing out and getting on the paper and ruining your paper. Okay, so this is going on the blue. Okay, it's on the blue, and I'm going to turn it and lay it down, and I'm going to rub it. That way all my glue will be on there. Okay, now you see how it's sticking out just a little bit? I'm just going to trim that off. Alright, now it's all even. And it's so cute. Alright, and now I'm going to put my duck together. First of all, I need some duck legs. So I'm going to just draw 2 little sticks on the back. I'm going to draw 2 little rectangle sticks. They need to be the same size. Okay. So mine are, you know, I don't have to be perfect, but about the same size. Whoops, one of them was not on the orange. Alright, gotta draw another one. Okay, now I can cut out my two legs. I'm just gonna cut this big flap of paper off out of my way. Alright, and now I'm just gonna cut it. One little leggy. 2 little leggies. They're so cute with those little stripes on them. And then I'm going to cut out 2 triangles, and that's going to be the webbed feet of my duck. And I'm going to do them just a little bit bigger than I think they need to be. I don't want you to do little tiny feet, because this is a cartoon duck and he needs big feet. Alright, so did you see that? That big. I'm going to cut these out. Okay. Oops, that was not on the white. I mean on the orange. Ooh, I got to do one of them again. Alright. I'm going to put this one up to it, make sure it's about the same size. Okay. I'm going to cut this one out. This one's on the orange, so it's going to work. Okay, I'm going to save all of my scraps till I'm done, because I want good scraps to use. Alright, so I have 2 feet. Okay, and I have 2 little legs. Now, if you want to, you can make the feet look webbed by cutting little circles out. See? Oh, that looks bad. Okay, that's a webbed foot. You need to move over in between the circles and leave a little toe. Okay, that's a little webbed foot. You just cut little circles out of the bottom. Alright, so now I am going to, so you can glue your duck on in different places. You can glue his head on to where he's leaning down. You can glue him standing up, looking this way. But if you put him up and down, he's not going to look like he's moving. which is totally fine. We can make movement with the wings. Or you can make him look down or looking up. All right, so I'm going to glue mine on. You glue yours on the way that you want. So glue. And leave just a little bit open on the bottom so we can stick his legs under. Just leave it open on the bottom because we want to stick his legs under there. Now I'm going to put the head on. Okay, so I'm going to have mine bending over just a little bit. Now I'm going to glue his legs under right here, and I'm going to kick him way out so that it looks like he's moving. Okay? All right, leg number 1. Leg number 2. Got a little too much glue. I gotta wipe it off. Now you can mash the bottom of the duck down and the legs. Oh, it's so cute. Ducky, ducky. Now for the feet, you can put his feet going sideways like he's walking, or you can put him going up and down, but I'm going to put mine like this, okay? Put his feet on. All right, and then I'm going to glue the next foot. He's so cute. Look at his little feet. All right. Now I want you to get your yellow paper again and your big circle. Now you're going to get your yellow paper and your big circle, and you're going to draw one more on the back of it. One more circle. Okay, so I want you to cut this out. This is still for the duck. Cut right on your pencil line. Be careful. You are at the end of first grade, so you should be good at cutting out a circle. Alright, so I have my circle. Now what I'm going to do is fold it in half. Get a little line in the middle. Alright, now I'm going to cut on that line. Cut right on that line. Now what we have are 2 wings. Now they're not real looking wings, but they're like cartoony wings. Alright. So you can put your wings going different angles, make your bird look like he's dancing different ways. Okay, so you can put one going down. Okay, or they can both be going up. Wait a minute, let me get it right. Both going up, but it's supposed to look like he's a chubby duckling and he's moving. All right, so I'm gonna put my glue on here. Now I could put just one wing on like this and make it look like you're seeing him from the side. And since my neck is tilted down, that's what I'm going to do. He's going to be looking down. I think I'm just gonna have one wing on my ducky. Okay, so he's gonna be grooving down. Now what I need eyes. So I need little tiny eyes. So I'm gonna get a yellow scrap and I'm just gonna draw one, two eyes. It's two little eyes, and I'm gonna try to cut those out. You know, if you turn your paper while you're cutting, it helps you trace the circle with your scissors. If you turn too fast, you might go the wrong direction. Okay, that's one eye. Okay, I have two eyes. Now you need to lay the eyes on the chicken and get them positioned where you think they'll be cute before you start gluing. Okay. Alright, I want mine to look like that. Not too much glue. Alright, I did mine just a little crooked, just a little leaning out, and I'm going to color them black with a black marker. You color your eyes whatever color you want, but I want mine to be black. Whoops, the glue's not dried. My eye shifted. Alright. I might have to let it dry a little bit and come back and color it some more. He's so cute. Alright, now for the mouth. Now the mouth is going to be movable, so we're going to draw it carefully. And what we're going to do is we're going to draw a bottom triangle and a top triangle. Okay, so that's the top triangle. Now I need a bottom triangle. Okay. And cut it out. So you do a bottom triangle and a top triangle. Now fold it in half on your black line. Alright. Now I'm going to glue the bottom half. So I've got a little mouth. I'm going to glue the bottom half of it onto his face. See, it can open and shut. Mash it down. It's going to have to dry. Alright, now what you need to do is get some chalk and draw some clouds in your sky. When I get offline, that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to get some chalk and do my clouds in the sky. Alright, his little mouth needs to dry. But that's Ducky. And when I get offline, I'm going to make another one that's a ladybug, and I will show it to you tomorrow, and we'll see what it looks like, okay? All right, say bye to Ducky. Quack, 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 quack. All right, I hope you have fun making yours, and I can't wait to see it and see what colors you chose and whether you did the ladybug or the duck. But it's really easy, and I hope you have fun.